The whole idea of Bitcoin is it's perfected, engineered gold, crypto gold, with none of the defects of gold. You can't mine any more of it. It's weightless. I can move it at the speed of light. It never decomposes. I can break it into 1,000 pieces in a second, send it to 1,000 places, and recompose it, all using a computer program. And I can take personal custody of it. Maybe the most powerful two ideas are: I can hold possession of $1 billion of Bitcoin in my head, just holding a password or a set of private keys. That's a pretty big idea. Maybe the first time in the history of the human race that you can actually take possession of your wealth and take it to the grave with you, or take it anywhere else on earth with you. And even if I put a gun to your head, the most I can do is kill you. I can't take it. Mm-hmm. And this is a very interesting idea. Every other form of property in the history of the human race, I pull the gun, I get it all. Right? My incentive is to violence. With Bitcoin, I pull the trigger, I get none of it. So the incentive is the negotiation. I'd rather have half than zero. The second big idea is it's a virus. It's a cyber virus. It's a chain reaction in cyberspace, or it's a life form in cyberspace. Bitcoin is a bank in cyberspace run by incorruptible software. And the software itself is going to basically protect your money. The problem with software is I don't trust the computer it's on. If it's on a single phone, I can seize the phone and reprogram the software. So if I came up with a bank that was run by software, how do I prevent any human being from corrupting it? The thing that makes it incorruptible is I release thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of identical copies in cyberspace, and it's self-replicating. And all of the copies keep track of each other, and when one of them is corrupted, it gets kicked off the network. So you could think of it as I released a life form, plankton, or a virus, and I let it go, or a swarm. Now, you're a part of the swarm. I shoot you, it doesn't help. You have the genetic code. I shoot you, it doesn't help. I obliterate all of, the algae in the Atlantic. Won't stop it. The beauty of the system is it's in essence this chain reaction in cyberspace, and the only purpose of the chain reaction is to protect the integrity of the network.
What is your concern with what a cyber warfare would look like? How would that affect Bitcoin and cryptocurrency?
Bitcoin is a nuclear hardened protocol. It's pretty much the most robust, resilient thing the human race has yet to invent. For example, it's running on tens of thousands of nodes. You can't even identify the nodes, and there's an identical copy of the Bitcoin ledger on every one of them. So if all of the electricity got shut off everywhere on Earth, and every computer failed everywhere on Earth for 10 years, the protocol just goes dormant for 10 years. And as soon as one person turns one node back on, the entire protocol comes back to life again. There's nothing like that, right? All your money in a bank, in Bank of America, could be wiped out with, a keystroke. You go and you wipe out a few servers. Your building can be wiped out with a bomb, right? Lots of things can be wiped out, but Bitcoin is the most resilient thing in cyberspace because it is so incredibly decentralized. If you took an entire country offline, that's irrelevant. In fact, we just saw last year during the China crackdown that China banned Bitcoin mining. They took 40 to 50% of the entire network offline. Half of Bitcoin mining was taking place in China. You could literally wipe out 99% of all the nodes. You wouldn't notice in the network. There's nothing else that you rely upon. I can take down Google and Twitter and Facebook and Apple and Amazon and the US government, and there's a lot of other systems you can take down much more easily. You take down Bitcoin. So I don't really worry about Bitcoin's fragility to any cyber attack. In fact, the whole point of proof of work was to create something which is impervious to a denial of service attack. And it turns out that if you dig a bit deeper, what you realize is that not only is Bitcoin impervious to cyber attacks, it's also the solution to cyber attacks. Because if you want to eliminate denial of service attacks, which are the most common brute force attacks, or you want to eliminate phishing and scam and spam attacks and other sorts of imposterous and malicious behavior in cyberspace, the way to do it is to integrate a layer of monetary energy, which is what Bitcoin is, into the internet. You need to wrap the avatars. You need to wrap the people, the websites, and the services that we have in cyberspace with a layer of digital energy. If you did that, you could prevent all the denial of service attacks. You could shut them down. You could